to become residential?
So there is a process to join Auroville. So first we recommend you to come and do a volunteer for 3 months to explore the community more, to understand more about our community. And then if you feel that it suits you, then you can start the newcomer process. That is for 1 year. So during your volunteer period, you have to manage your expenses, stay, food and everything. So wherever the place you volunteer, they might provide you some assistance. Let's say they might provide you accommodation. Some they may provide you a lunch and solar kitchen. So this is for the first 6 months that you have to manage your expenses. And after that, if you want to continue to be a permanent member, you will start the newcomer process. That will be for 1 year. So during this period, you will be getting support from Auroville, wherever the place you work. And some of your needs will be covered. If you, after completing this 1 year, then you will become as a permanent resident here. So during this 1 year term, you will see how you can fit yourself into Auroville and how overall you can contribute. The same way Auroville also will see whether you're okay. They will see your progress and everything during this 1 year period. So once everything goes okay, you will be announced as an Auroville.
And what type of residencies are for the permanent residents?
Sorry,
What type of houses for the permanent residents?
it's usual houses that you see outside. We have apartments, freestanding houses. So now the new developments are mostly apartments only.
So there is no rental, nothing.
Now, I mean, yeah. So before, in my cases, I spent my own money to build my house. They gave me a piece of land, I built my house. Now the procedure is changed. So you're not asked to buy a house, but you'll be paying a rent. So all the properties, as it said in the video, all the properties, the land belongs to Auroville Foundation. So you cannot claim it. So in my case, I spent around 20 lakh rupees to build my house. But if I want to go out of Auroville, I cannot take back the money. So the contribution that I made, it will go as a donation towards the community.
How many people now living?
We are around 3,000 people. So 2,500 adults and 500 kids. So the numbers are slowly increasing. And we are about more than 58 years now since Auroville started. So we have these ground challenges and people. So since the process is 1 year, people may find difficulty during the process. So they quit the process. So that's why we're slowly increasing the number. And now we are speeding up the process to have more people, as the founder has decided this project is for 50,000 people. So more than 58 years now, and we are speeding up the process a little bit, and also the infrastructure. So we had the challenges with the housings and all. So now these kind of challenges have been looked into, and we are doing a new project where we can accommodate more new Aurovillians.
Okay. So what is the difference between a Aurovillian and a friend of Auroville?
So Aurovillian they can participate in the decision-making process. But a friend of Aurovillian, the other status, whatever you have, then Aurovillian, they cannot take part in any decision-making. They can live, they can experience what is the community life, but they cannot take part in this kind of process. And they cannot go get any, we have our internal banking system here. They will not get any loans or anything like that. So there are supports for the Aurovillians.
So it's like the process, you can stay 1 month first, and then 3 months, and then 6 months, and then for 1 year.
So normally, if you want to start the process to join as a permanent resident, the minimum requirement is 6 month volunteer. So the first time itself, you will not try to go for to become a permanent resident. The first time you will experience 1 month here, you will see whether you can survive here. And then you can start the process. So if you directly jump into the process, in some point of time you feel difficulty, then you will skip the process. So that we don't want to happen.
You
for
start with 1 month.
1 month, 2 months, it depends on you.
And the weather, what about the weather? It's this type of weather continuously the whole year?
From December to March, we have this cold climate here. And rest of the time it's warm. And summer it will be too hot.
Lord, someone.
But we are a little safe because all the greeneries you see here, these are all man-made. And these are all done once Auroville is started. So before it's a barren land, you can see the beach literally from here. So we are okay with the temperature here.
I like,
Next, yeah.
yeah, to understand, as I understood, it's the vision of a city without money. So I'd like to understand better how to practice
City?
without money.
Yeah.
I'd like to understand more in the practical what this means today.
Okay. So we have our own internal banking system called financial service. So here, irrespective of work, everybody get paid the same. Even you're a manager or a sweeper or a gardener, any profession you have or any work you do here, you get paid the same. So we, as I said, we have this internal banking called financial service. We are given a 4-digit account number. So like your ATM PIN card. So these account number will be valid to use inside Auroville. There are a lot of eateries, services, activities, a lot of things happening here for the resident and for the guest who is coming here. So we don't pay with the cash, the physical money. Of course, we are dealing with Indian rupees since we are in India, but we use our account number to pay the service or to buy a product. So this works on a trust basis only for the Aurovillians. For guests, we have a system called Auro card. So they will have a kind of a card that works as a debit card and also as an ID card for the guests. So all our transactions go through the internal banking system. So we don't deal with money physically. As a part of the maintenance, we get around 6,000 to 7,000 rupees a cash component which we can take. Now that is also not allowed to take a physical money. So we will transfer our money to the bank account. So that is how we are sustaining. And there are 750 units in Auroville who contribute 33% from their profit to the common pot. So that is how we are self-sustaining in Auroville. As a individual Aurovillian, we also pay 3,800. We can say it's a kind of a tax that we pay towards the development.
How does it work for the decision making?
So we call for a meeting through in our platform. We call it Auronet. So we call for a meeting with the resident. We all assemble at one place. There we will make the decisions. It will be happen in 2 or 3 sessions. So the first day they will introduce what needs to be decided or what is the agenda we want to discuss. The second meeting it will be decided by voting. So we have our working groups who governs us through a daily routine. We have a group called working committee who has a connection directly with the Indian government and the residents, the whole residents. And we have a FAMC, Fund and Asset Management Committee, who deals with the fund and assets of Auroville. So all the properties, the infrastructures, everything is owned by FMC. And then ATDC, Auroville Town Development Committee, who design and develop the city. They are the one who approves the projects. And we have a housing service who deals with the housing properties in Auroville. So these are the groups, working groups we have. It is nominated by the residents and it's about 4-year term. So every 4 years it will change. So your question.
Yeah, who manages or controls the actual voluntary applications and submits them and actually has them verified by the Indian government? I mean, how does it actually, there is a process that goes along, but there seems to be a backlog. Can you give a bit of information on that?
So now previously there was an office called Savi who was in charge of taking people for volunteers, sending them to concerned units and services. So they are not anymore. We have a new, the name is changed now, ATR, Admission and Termination Registry. They are the one who is in charge of placing the volunteers. And they will have the track of your work, where you're working, where you're volunteering. So if you come on a tourist visa, you will not be allowed to do a volunteering program. So you will be asked to go back to your country, get a recommendation letter from Auroville Foundation, and then you will come here if you want to start your process. Otherwise, tourist visa, you cannot volunteer here.
I'm specifically talking about the individual that's in control of the approval of the volunteer visas. There's a huge backlog in that. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Because that's not, I believe, the Auroville side. It's got something to do with the government side.
No, it's not from the government side. It's from our people here, from the residents only. Those who take part in the committee, admission and admission committee. It's because of one challenge we have is the housing. So volunteers, we will not pay anything for them, but we need to support them for a housing or maybe a lunch at the solar kitchen. If that is not there, then we cannot welcome the volunteers. I don't know, some issues going on there at the moment to address these problems, and soon it may recover and we will start to put more people for the volunteer. The program we started this one, normally people come, they visit the exhibition room and they walk to Mandir, they go out of this place with a lot of questions in mind. So we started this initiative to, put some information for the people so that they may be inspired to come and do volunteer for us here.
How much money you need to spend for 1 month stay in this starting?
Now the prices are a little changing. So when you stay in a guest house, for the guest house itself, it will take, I'm putting the minimum charge 1,200. It will go more than 35,000 a month. So that is the challenge you have when you do a volunteer work, when you stay in any guest house. But if the workplace gives you the stay, then it's free for you. So you only need to manage your foods and other stuff.
For starting 6 months. Well, for 6 months. Starting. You have to pay for yours.
With regards to all the works going on, can you give any more information about all the works going on in the grounds?
Okay.
Can you give a bit more
So
information?
like I said, more than 58 years, we are with this 3,000 people only.
Yeah.
And now the Indian government is stepping in to speed up the process to develop the city so that we can welcome more people. But the construction part, the roads and everything you see, we are speeding up the infrastructures to accommodate more people.
Is that all in accordance with the original plan of the mother?
Yes. She has given the galaxy plan. As per the ground reality, we are developing the roads and buildings and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know how much longer it will be taking?
There is no, initially she has given a time frame like 5, I'm not sure the years, 5 years or 10 years, I'm not sure. But if the years are not, if we not completed in this particular year, at least when we reach 50,000 people, the project should be completed. So that's the process.
Is there an increase per year?
Yeah, like I said, the process is longer, 1.5 years, because like I said, challenges are there, housing, work and everything. So people might be exhausted in between this 1 year sometimes. Sometimes they feel they might have some other commitment, they need to go. So those times we always fluctuate. Now it's getting speeding up. We're adding more to it.
So when applying for volunteer work, you have to prove, you have to guarantee your accommodation already. So it's not an issue of accommodation, because that's already had to be booked beforehand. So I'm just wondering what's slowing it down.
For volunteer.
Correct. So if you want to come in here and work and become a newcomer and you want to volunteer and live here, you have to guarantee 6 months accommodation beforehand. So accommodation isn't the thing that's slowing the application.
Yeah.
So
Are you asking me what else is there?
I'm asking what's slowing the application down, because it's not accommodation, it's not the actual volunteer work. What's slowing the application?
Recently, the process changed. So we're exploring new ways to accommodate more people. So that process is a bit unbalanced. So I think that's the delay we have right at the moment for the volunteers. Could be some other reason also. It's up to with the ATR.
What about Saravanan? Is it a part of Auroville?
It's part of Auroville, but it's not here in the city area. It's located 8 kilometers from here.
So what's the difference between?
It's one of the community of Auroville, that's all.
So you can go and visit.
Yeah, you can visit. So there are a lot of communities inside Auroville. So these communities are made when we purchase the lands from the villages. So we wanted to protect the land. We planted trees and everything. So we wanted to protect. So that's how the communities are created. So once the whole lands are purchased, all the fences will be removed inside Auroville.
So this is self-sustained.
Yes.
You don't get anything from outside.
We do. There are well-wishers, donors, and also the Indian government is supporting us recently with quite huge amount to develop the infrastructures. But most of the infrastructures and the city you see, it's from the units and the individual Aurovilleans who are contributed.
You do your own thing.
Yes, we have more than 10 farms here. We grow our own food. In Solar Kitchen is a community kitchen where mother has asked Aurovillians come together and have one meal a day. So that is our community kitchen, cooked with a huge solar bowl, biggest in the Asia. We have it at Solar Kitchen. It's not operational fully, but 50% of cooking is done by that.
What about medical facilities?
We have primary health centers, one in the community and one in the bioregion. And as I said, as a part of our maintenance, we pay 660 rupees as a medical insurance. We call it health fund. So this will go in the common pot. If it's smaller things, we will get it treated here in the primary health centers. If it is a big ones, or we need to go for any surgery or any bigger checkup, we will go to the nearby hospital, which is recommended in our health fund policy. There are Jipmar is the best hospital in Pondy, and one is PIMS. So we will go to these places on the recommendation of the primary health centers.
So you don't practice any religion or?
Inside your house, you can do, but not for the public.
So you can't like have people over and do like say a puja or like or Diwali or
You can do. I will do it at my home.
no, like you invite other Aurovilians and happen to be a part.
If they wish to join with you, they can, but not to spread. I make puja. I take some food. I will try to give it to my friend. I will ask him to enjoy the special meal that we prepared. These kind of sharings can happen, but one should not propose them to do that. That's not allowed.
So no preaching about it.
No preaching. Even if you go to the Matrimandhir, there's no one to guide you. So you simply have to sit and meditate.
What happens if someone passes away here? Like, because funerals are based on religious beliefs, so how do you conduct funerals?
That's one challenge we have here. We have our own burial ground here in Auroville.
Okay.
People who wish to cremate them, they can do it here. But there are, as in the video, it says 35 nationality. We are around 65 nationality now. Some people, they prefer to take them to their own country and do the cremation there. And especially with the rituals you're talking about is only with the Indians.
Yeah.
Foreigners, they don't have those kind of things, but we have a farewell place where we keep their body, and those who want to visit, they can go and come. And the announcements will be there. We're going to cremate this person this day, at this time, this place. But like Indians, we do follow quite a lot of rituals, and we bring drums, crackers, quite a lot of things will happen. So most of the cases from the community or the person who is dealing with those kind of things will communicate with the people and try to not to have it inside the community. If you go outside the road, then you can do, but not inside the community. We are facing those challenges these days. Some they prefer, most of the local people you see here, they belong from the local village. So they'll try to do it in their own village. Yeah.
What happens in the older age as one matures and gets older and older? Is there a facility almost like an old age home or a facility for
We have a Mahalakshmi home and a Marika's home, two different places
Okay.
where the elderly people will be taken care.
Okay.
We have facilities for
And people can come and volunteer and help
Yes,
with
there are a lot of
talking
people.
to people.
Yes.
Good, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Hope I answered your questions.